All right. Welcome to 720 Gaming Pros, where we help you try to achieve the best results out of whatever game you play in life. My name is Pope Master, and this is Lee.
Hi.
And today we are going to talk to you about something that's just as important as gaming. In fact, if you relate it to gaming, you should. Well, let me rephrase that. It's just as important as gaming, and it's actually more
Keep your
relatable.
shit from getting jacked.
Yes, and I'm gonna let Lee start off with it. I have a story, but
We both do.
Yeah.
You want me to go first, or you want to go first?
You go ahead.
Okay. When Magic the Gathering first came out, 92, 93, we lived in North Carolina around that time. Ren Stucky was on TV. We had good cartoons. I remember seeing the first pack, and I had probably passed out mowing and stuff like that because North Carolina heat and mowing around 14 units of trailers is not fun. I bought some. They were like $2, maybe $3.99, maybe $1. I can't really remember. I'm gonna say this though: I never had a Black Lotus. I'm putting that right out there. I never had a Black Lotus. I did have some of the Moxes, but I would go and buy the cards. I didn't know how to play. I thought they looked cool. I kept them in a nice little box and kept them, with my Ninja Turtles, things like that. And of course, they were the Devil Worship cards. The whole Satanic Panic was still going strong. And I would just buy packs here and there. I wasn't playing or anything. Around the teen years, I know some kids were playing. So I started buying more cards and tried to play. Well, then eventually I went to Pennsylvania and got involved with the gaming store. I don't even think it's even open anymore. And I would take my cards in with me. That's my one mistake. I took all my cards in with me, and I did a bit. I was buying boxes on occasion if I could. And I remember a lot of guys looking through my cards. I didn't really think anything of it. I didn't even know they were really worth it. Back then, the internet wasn't really up that much. Not a lot of people had it. You literally had to go buy a magazine price guide for comic books. You couldn't just go on the internet, type in price guide, and you'd have your pick of the litter of what you want to go buy and decide from there. We didn't have, eBay, was eBay around at that time?
eBay was getting started.
eBay was getting started?
I believe so.
So people didn't think that the great-grandmother's chair was worth $1 million because the one sold on eBay for $1 million. We didn't have that going on either. That's another story. So I noticed they were always looking at my cards, and I was just learning to play, and I was playing and stuff like that. And I remember one day something was going on. I was talking to the store owner, and I left my cards there. Turn around, all gone. All gone. Looking back on it now, I know I had an Astral Recall. I know I had like 4 or 5 of the Moxes. I had Alpha Beta shit. I had Arabian Nights. I had a lot of stuff, and it got jacked. And that's what we're going to try and prevent here to help you guys out. If you got a story about your shit getting jacked, man, share now, because it's happened to all of us.
Alright, so the story with my stuff getting jacked. Now, I'm normally very protective of my stuff. Like you said, you don't carry all your stuff with you. I'm different. I carry all my stuff on me, at least all my games and stuff on me, because I know if it's around me or in my bag, then nobody's going to get to it because I'm always around it. And I literally never let it go out of my sight. But that's literally the only thing that didn't get stolen. That's basically the only thing that didn't get stolen or touched. With the story I'm about to tell you. Well, approximately a year ago, I was let's see here. I had a roommate, and
We gotta keep this legal.
yeah. So, oh, I thought we were getting along well, and things were starting to go downhill. We were gonna just go or just go other different directions. You get that one roommate that likes to lay on the couch all the time, not do anything, or you get that roommate that keep you up all hours of the night when you're trying to sleep so you can go to work. Um, there's something similar to that effect, but I just they wanted to know if they could stay a bit longer, and I told them that because they wasn't physically paying rent, I couldn't afford them to stay longer right then and there because they were in between jobs. And so I told them that they should go ahead and leave. And
GTFO people, GTFO.
and in the process of telling them to leave, of course, my mistake is I left my stuff on the tenant and I left them with a key. Those are my two mistakes. Left my stuff unattended because I thought they were good, honest people. They were starting to show a little bit of their vindictive side for the most part. And I come back and hey, everything was trashed or stolen. Had a GameCube I had a GameCube that I had for like over 10 years, smashed with the Game Boy player attached to it.
Mm.
It's like $60 for the Game Boy player alone with the disc. Um, had a 20th anniversary Pokemon poster, gone, along with all the events I went to, or all the all the event badges I went to. Uh, I don't know. I went to St. Louis that year. I think I went to Roanoke. Went to uh, I went to the North American Internationals in Indianapolis that year. That was the first time they were doing it. All the international stuff all had the event badges. I normally just hung it onto there because it was like there's this Pokemon 20 symbol and it's a train on under it. And it was awesome. Gone. Um, let's see here.
Dude, it's a country song, I'm telling
Had a well, got Star Wars collection. Literally
you. Oh no.
the first movie till I think I stopped at I think it was Force Force Awakens because the other two movies had not came out yet. All gone. Lord of the Rings collection gone. Harry Potter collection gone. Um,
Those fuckers.
there were several 360 games because I was collecting games to try to start the channel properly. So those games I really didn't have time to actually sit down and play. But like the whole the whole Elder Scrolls collection from of the consoles. So I had Morrowind all the way through Skyrim, gone. Half
Dude,
Life
I didn't know
collection,
about all this.
gone. Um, yeah, there's of course I had a modded PlayStation One. I had a bunch of current games, so I could play Japanese games, stuff like that.
Hey.
Those games gone.
Oh man.
Yeah. Well, if I turned those games in, I probably could have pulled a good 10 to 20,000. I'd say
You
probably.
know what I'd almost recommend for stuff like that? Like next time? Keep a logbook of all the serial numbers on your systems.
Yeah.
And then like say something happens where your shit gets jacked and call pawn shops and be like, hey, be on the lookout for 360 with these serial numbers
Yeah.
because it's stolen.
Yeah. So basically, instead of me keep going on because there's a lot.
It
Um,
is.
the first thing that he just said, when you get something, write down the serial number in a book or digitize it. Take a picture of it
Yeah, that's even
and
better.
type it up, and even scan the receipt that you have.
Because that
And
has the serial numbers on it too.
yeah,
Like one thing I always did when the PS2 first came out, I saved the box, I saved the receipt, I saved everything. And when it came time to move, I just packed everything in the box. And then, eventually my mom threw it away. But I ended up selling my PS2 and stack of games like that. And I did the same thing with the Nintendo Wii. Well, I took it to GameStop. Never do that, but they were running specials. So I got double everything. And I said, well, I still have the box and the original receipt. Do you guys want all that? And they're like, no. I was like, okay. So I just took it all in, traded it in, and ended up paying like $15, and I got myself a fancy, useless piece of garbage iPod.
when iPods were great.
And it was the iPod Touch.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like third gen, I think.
I mean, it would have been great if you didn't have to pay iTunes for everything, but
Yeah.
that's the problem.
Well, I learned my lesson on Apple stuff. Never again.
And I'm still trying to fix my iPhone.
Good luck on that one.
So, Spaz, how you doing, Spaz? You doing okay?
Man.
Come on, Spaz. Come on. Come on. Ow, you're clawing me. Alright. So, this is Spaz here. I can lift him up without him, like, clawing me to death.
He's very known for just plowing through cards. And he gives no shits.
No. He does not. He thinks he owns the place.
He does.
Come on.
Ever since Maggie passed. But one thing, I'm going to say this. If you can't trust anybody, like you get a shaky vibe off of everybody at your local gaming store, the most you should bring is 2 decks and your playmat if you want to. That's it.
Or, if you play video games like I do, I see my console. My DS console over there. It's charging. It's been like... So, this is what I normally bring with me. I should stop bringing that much with me because I literally bring everything I own for the DS. But I have this. I have a 2DS, and I have. Let's see here. A bag of games somewhere. Come on, Spash. You gotta go. Sorry, Spash. You got to go. There you go.
I'll to the Chinese restaurant with you.
There. Alright. Alright, so here's the 2DS. Alright. It's on standby right now because I've been soft resetting for those special event Pokemon. Legendary Pokemon they have out this year. And see, my problem would be this. Alright. Yeah, out of the bag. Out of the bag. There you go.
He's going to make that his home.
Unfortunately, you can't, Spaz. Unfortunately, you can't. Well.
It's around here somewhere, man.
Yeah, it's around here somewhere. So let's set the stuff. There it is. There it is. Okay. So. Alright. And I have this. These are all Pokemon games. I even have a Japanese Pokemon game. Japanese Pearl.
No kidding.
Yes.
Can I see that?
Yes. Of course, I bought that back in 4th generation when I was working and really had no other bills. Just 20, 21, living with my grandma. Living with my family got along. But anyway, besides that point, we're not here to talk about my family. If all these games were stolen, I should probably just lay them out on the portfolio there. I'll put them all up here. So
James, I think
you
more. That's still a good point.
get the point. All right. So all those games stolen. Okay, so let's say they're approximately about $40 a pop. That foreign one's about $90 because it's a
20,
yeah. So it's
looking at almost $300.
just there. So $300 down the drain because I can't keep my eye on my stuff, or because I let somebody. I was nice to people that were.
Yeah. Or they
Yeah. Bad day for me because I try to compete in these games with the games. So all that hard work, nothing.
How's this look on camera?
Actually looks pretty cool. If what sort of hold up, waiting for the glare to wear off. All right, you have a little glare. You have a glare on this roll here.
How's that?
Eh.
Yeah, a little better. Look at the gist.
All right. So what I have learned is we, as a gamer, you have to have some impressive ways to keep your stuff from being taken from you that's not supposed to be taken from you. So, what I've come up with, as for me, I just carry my stuff around because I'm always
that
around
works for
stuff.
you.
That works for me.
You keep it close by. That's a good tip, is to always keep your stuff close by.
Yeah.
You know, at one point I would play with my foot on my like I'd have this on the ground.
And you put your foot to the strap.
I would put my foot on it, like right here. Put my foot on it.
Nice.
And if anybody like moved it or anything, more than likely I looked at them. You know?
For me, I've actually done the thing where I have everything in my bag here. I also have a laptop in here. I literally put my foot through the strap.
Yeah.
Somebody
So if they try and grab that shit,
they're not going anywhere around taking you or not loading you.
Yeah.
There's also like little locks for your book bag.
Yes. I was gonna say about that, like this Ultra Pro button right here. You can cut these two little things off right here. Get you a nice little lock in there.
Mhm.
I mean, sure, if they're desperate enough, they'll just take the whole thing and just cut it open.
Yeah, but if by the time they're doing that, you would probably be around enough to realize what's going on.
And probably be a good idea to have your name and number in this too, in case there are some people that aren't absolute fucking cocks. They will return all your shit because you never know. A lot of people don't know what these cards are worth. They don't know about the games. He might get some, like say Pope lost his games.
Yeah.
And at most they might give them to their kid.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, they give them to their kid.
Which is not bad.
And the other scenario is they trade them for drugs.
Which happens a lot, unfortunately, in the area we live in.
Everywhere. Regardless, it's everywhere. I mean, if your mouth ain't sweet enough, you gotta do something.
Well, so basically we were talking to you about, well,
keeping yourself safe.
Yes.
One thing too, you gotta watch out for the sharks. People are like, want to trade, want to trade, want to trade. When I first started really playing Magic, especially in Abington, I was approached numerous times because I was a new player. They were already assuming that I didn't know what my cards were worth. I didn't know what certain cards did. And I'd be like, yeah, I'll trade with you. Cash. And they'd get pissed because I would not trade with them because I didn't know enough. But there's so many applications out now that we did a previous video on one of my decks, my white deck. I mean, dude, there's like 10-year-olds with fucking phones now. Like, come on. And
I
there was
think,
one card we couldn't look up, or we didn't know what the value was. Archangel Throne is a $12 card now. I didn't know that.
wow.
But TCG Player has a neat little app with a scanner in it. So if you're not sure what that card's worth, you just and there it brings it up. And you should only trade with people that you know, that you're comfortable with. You don't want to go up there and just start trading with anybody because they could have fake cards. They could be trying to see what you have to rip you off later.
They could be trying to see what you have if they're compete against you later
That
to try to come up with a strategy to run you over.
And my binder is on display here. The majority of the time, this is home. This stays home. And these are all the rares and secret rares that are in Dragon Ball Super. I'm missing a few, but no big deal. I mean, there's at least two cards per slot and things like that. But what I'm getting at is these binders just protect the cards. They don't protect you from the theft.
Yeah.
And that's why I would go as far as recommending if you have a trade binder, keep it in your trunk of your car. Don't keep it in the console. Don't keep it up front. Don't keep it up. Put it in the trunk. Okay?
Because
and
if
they really want to trade with you, be like, you know what? I got pictures of my trade binder. Take a look and see what you want. Because you can do that now. You can take pictures. I could take a picture of every page of what's here. Because all they really need is the name.
Yeah.
And you can work from there. And really, this binder does not. People are going to steal that. So then you get into these. The zip ones. Then you can put your binder in there. Protect it even more. Put a lock. Do this. There's all sorts of stuff you can do. But, especially if you're like a kid and you see them hovering around a kid, which they will do, because kids don't know what they have, and kids are going to trust adults.
Yeah, which is sad.
Some of us have to learn that the hard way. Go figure. Candy is candy, though. What can I say? Candy is candy. But, those card sharks, man, they're ruthless. They don't give a shit. They have no pride. They have no. I'm not saying all of them are like that, but like at least 95% of them have no fucking shame, and they will try to gyp you. They will try and gyp kids. They will try and take advantage of kids. Given the recent events of Magic, some of them might try and molest the kids.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll give you this Liliana and come in the back with. Okay, what's the kid now? If you're a parent,
try to learn some information about what hobby your kids are in.
Yeah.
Like if, for example, we have a gentleman that's at pop culture.
Yeah, his dad is.
And he's always watching, basically watching over him, make sure he doesn't get ripped off. But he's also there to let his kid enjoy his hobby too. But he's gotten into it where he
plays.
He basically knows a lot that he didn't know about 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Which is good because nobody can go whip his kid off.
Yeah.
Of course, his kid is extremely smart and nobody could rip him off anyway.
Yeah.
But
he's quick.
Yeah.
He's a good kid. He's a bit of a cocky little shit, but I like him.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, if he watches this,
Yeah.
But yeah, as a parent, you should watch over your kid at the local game store because you got motherfuckers like me there that just talk about the most insane things. Like,
yeah, true.
I will bring up, I will make the crudest jokes. I don't give a fuck half the time. I really don't.
He's being honest.
I
He's
mean, you've
being
heard
real
the stuff
honest.
that's come out of my mouth.
It makes
And
sailors blush and then turn around and run.
we made meth heads turn around and walk.
Yeah.
But I mean, think about it. I mean, when I see his dad there, I kind of chill out a little bit. I kind of take it down a little bit. You know, if there's a mom there with their kid, I really take it down. And if there's like a really young kid there, I stay quiet. I do. I'll stay
Yeah.
quiet. Or I'll just kind of keep it between us. But if I'm playing the kid, I'm going slow. I'm telling him what I'm doing. I'm trying to help him out a little bit. If he's going to make a bad move, I'll be like, "You sure you want to do that?" You know, because I want the kid to come back and play and have fun and enjoy, and not be surrounded by a bunch of fucking assholes.
Yeah.
And as a parent, you should get involved a little bit, and you should learn the game some. Keep in mind, it's a game. Your kid's not going to be a pro player. Just like all you football dads out there that screwed up because you shot a load in a girl too early, and now that ruined your whole "I could have gone pro" career. Yeah, fuck you. You never could because you weren't good enough, and you never are. Guess what? Your kid's not the same. Let them have fun. You know,
Don't pose
let
your.
them be kids.
Yes.
They're not pros.
Another thing
The
about
LJS is not to just drop your kids off and leave.
don't do that. That's
Yeah. Now, if they're about 13, 14, okay, let them go for an hour or two. They'll be all
but if they're like 9, 10, with no money.
right. Yeah.
Jesus. If they have a little more money to go to the store, then
Get some
fine.
food or some snacks or something.
Yeah. But no money, just asking everybody
I've seen people do it.
horrible.
It is. It's horrible. Don't do that. It's not babysitting. There's some really fucked up people that play these games. I'm fucked up in a good way. But there's some people out there, man,
Yeah, you don't do that.
you don't want some Tiny Tim around you. Hey, buddy, you want to play a game?
Long story.
Research Tiny Tim, Bristol, VA, and TN.
Yeah.
You'll see.
Well, it's not Tiny Tim. It's Tim. Its last name starts with an A, didn't it?
Yeah, but if you research Tiny Tim, it still comes up.
Oh.
You won't get the ukulele player as much. Just type in Tiny Tim, Bristol, Tennessee, or
Bristol, Virginia.
Bristol, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get ready for some laughs. It's
Yeah.
brutal. God, I love midgets. There you go.
So, okay. So another thing you could do, or probably will show you pictures of this in our next video on this series. It's keep your stuff in a very real protected, safe box.
I
For
didn't think of that.
about $50 or so, you can carry like a safe box about the size of a 17-inch screen laptop. Fireproof, waterproof. Put all your important documents in there, but you can also put this in there. You can put your cards in there.
Yeah. If you got really expensive cards, double sleeve them bitches and put them somewhere safe.
Yeah. And you are the only one that has a password code to it. And that's it.
Number one, keep your mouth shut about it. If you have it, take a picture of it just to prove that you have it. You know, like one of these things. That you don't need to physically, like, hey, I got a Black Lotus. You don't have to bring that fucking thing there.
Yeah.
Take a picture of it with you, pointing at it or thumbs up or whatever. That's all you need. That's all the proof you need that it's yours.
If they don't believe you, I guess they don't.
Screw them.
Yeah.
You know you have it. I mean, a lot of it's common sense, but people get their shit jacked all the time. Like, people will get their cars broken into at the LGS. And then the next thing you know, they see their cards at the friggin' LJS.
Wow.
I've heard numerous stories about that. It's sad.
So what to do after all of this. That would probably be in our next video because we are currently at 30
30
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, that's definitely short.
So, what we're going to be focused on then is, well, the incidents happened. Who you need to talk to. If you did what you're supposed to, everything should work out a bit better. Of course, I can tell you, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now about my experience. It didn't work out the way I wanted it to work out because I didn't write everything down. I didn't take the moment right then when I thought something was going to go right to start logging everything.